Hi, it's Eric Daly of the Mullover Group, and here's what you need to know if you're a retirement plan sponsor for the week ended Friday, August the 29th of 2025. I think the reverberations of the President's executive order relative private equity continue to rattle through retirement plans and retirement plan marketplaces. The most recent activity has been obviously the pullback of guidance that had been provided by the Department of Labor relative to those types of instruments in the past. I think it's important to point out that the reality of the operating environment hasn't fundamentally changed from where it was a year ago at this time to now. The Department of Labor has never prohibited private equity from being in defined contribution plans. Rather, they provided some non-binding guidance as a clarification as to the things that a plan sponsor may be worried about from a fiduciary perspective or an operating perspective. So certainly pulling back that guidance makes the playing field more open, but clearly the challenges relative fiduciary guidance continue to be significant. To some degree, there's a group of Republican senators who have issued a letter to the Department of Labor, an open letter to the Department of Labor, instructing them to create a safe harbor for private equity. I think that is a very, very difficult road to wander. So we'll watch with great interest as to how you could create such a safe harbor given the liquidity concerns, the pricing concerns, and the reality that private equity has had periods of pretty significant struggle and standard deviation volatility relative other asset classes. So while there is lots of time being paid and attention being given this particular issue, the reality is that we're no different from an operating environment perspective a year ago today than we are today. There are real concerns with private equity. If the Department of Labor can find some way to make those go away, certainly there are enough project engineers and product engineers on the investment side to try and create that opportunity and dive into this multi-trillion-dollar defined contribution marketplace. But I feel like we're still a very, very long way from the reality of any significant utilization of private equity and defined contribution plans. And that may be a very, very good thing.